Okay, let's dive into a really fascinating and, frankly, pretty terrifying thought experiment. What if we could just turn Jupiter, the biggest planet in our solar system, into a second sun? I know it sounds like something straight out of science fiction, but the science behind what would happen, it is absolutely wild. So let's play this out.
Right, so you've probably heard this before, that Jupiter is a failed star. And there's a good reason for that nickname. It's a gas giant made of pretty much the same stuff as our sun, mostly hydrogen and helium. It's got all the right ingredients, you know? It's just missing one crucial thing: mass. It's just not heavy enough for gravity to do its thing, to crush the core and kickstart nuclear fusion.
So, what if we gave it a little push? Or, well, a ridiculously massive, cosmic-sized push. Let's just pretend for a second that we could actually light this candle. How in the world would we even do it?
Well, we'd need to make Jupiter 80, that's 80 times more massive than it is right now. That seems to be the magic number. You need that much mass to create enough gravitational pressure to finally ignite all that hydrogen sitting in its core. So, where are we getting all that extra weight from?
It would basically be a crazy chain reaction. First, you'd have to do the impossible, somehow find and crash another 79 Jupiters right into our own. As all that mass piles on, the pressure in Jupiter's core would just spike to levels we can't even imagine. And that pressure, that's what would force hydrogen atoms to fuse together, releasing a truly tremendous amount of energy. And just like that, boom, a star is born. Let's give it a name. How about Solaris?
So what's the first thing we'd notice back here on Earth? The view. Our night sky as we know it would be gone, forever. In its place, you'd see this dim but always-on red dwarf star, glowing right where Jupiter used to be. It wouldn't be as bright as our sun, not even close, but you couldn't miss it. A constant fiery red eye, just staring down at us. Sounds kind of cool, right? Well, maybe not.
And here's where the problems start. Big problems. We've just completely eliminated the concept of nighttime. Earth is now caught in this cosmic crossfire. During the day, we get baked by our good old sun. But at night, now we get roasted by our new star, Solaris. The idea of a cool, dark night would literally become a thing of the past.
Think about it. Life on Earth just isn't built for that. With no night cycle, nocturnal animals are completely thrown into chaos. So many plants rely on a period of darkness to live. They die from the constant light. Global temperatures would soar, and our entire ecosystem, which has evolved for billions of years with a day-night rhythm, would completely unravel. It would be an absolute ecological catastrophe.
And believe it or not, the total collapse of every ecosystem on the planet, that's just the warm-up act for this disaster. As truly awful as that sounds, we've just unleashed a far more fundamental, far more existential threat.
The real problem, the biggest problem, is gravity. See, by making Jupiter 80 times heavier, we didn't just create a new lamp in the sky. We introduced a massive gravitational bully into a very stable, very delicately balanced solar system. We have completely broken the cosmic dance that keeps all the planets, including ours, safely in their orbits.
Earth's orbit is this perfect balance between our forward speed and the sun's pull. But now, you've got Solaris yanking on us with its own immense gravity. It would become this cosmic tug-of-war. Our stable orbit would start to wobble, then get stretched into this crazy wild ellipse. We'd swing dangerously close to the sun, getting scorched, then get flung way out into the freezing cold. And eventually, we'd lose the fight.
Earth would be ejected, just thrown out of the solar system like a stone from a slingshot. We'd become a rogue planet, a frozen, dead world drifting aimlessly through that endless, freezing blackness between the stars. And that's it. That's the end of the line for us.
So, congratulations! For satisfying our curiosity, we've just committed what I can only assume the intergalactic authorities would call unauthorized stellar engineering. Turns out, you probably can't just go around lighting stars without filling out the right paperwork first. Who knew?
Yeah, you'd be in violation of some pretty serious cosmic regulations. First off, there's the actual UN Outer Space Treaty, specifically Article 9. That prohibits the harmful contamination of celestial bodies. And I think we can all agree that flinging an entire planet into deep space probably counts as harmful. And of course, you've broken that sacred unspoken rule. Yep. On top of, dooming all of humanity, you would also owe a very, very sincere apology to every single astronomer, stargazer, and dreamer on the planet. You have just ruined their life's work, and you've taken away one of the most beautiful and inspiring things humanity has ever known. The irony is just, it's crushing.
Which brings us right back to where we started. We kicked this off with a simple, curious question, and we ended with planetary ejection, total ecological collapse, and a whole lot of very angry astronomers. So, was it worth it? Yeah, I think we know the answer to that one.